All right, and after a small hiatus, we are back continuing, going through the adventures from Journeys to the Radiant Citadel. We are actually starting, we are doing tonight, the Trail of Destruction. And before we start completely, we will start with character introductions and a little about the character. Unfortunately, our Hidden Claw will be out for this evening, but hopefully Hidden Claw will come back at full strength. But let us go with our introductions, starting for our shield bearers, starting with Beth Bray.
Evening, y'all. So Beth is a preacher from the border of the ethereal plane, and she was out there running her church when her girlfriend decided to turn into a vampire and burn the whole thing down, kill a bunch of people. It was real bad. Now Beth hates undead, and she's running around and doing, a little bit of clericing and a little bit of arcanaing.
All right, excellent. And then we go from Beth Bray to Brig.
Brig has been he is a recovering performer. He's found his gladiator skills while he's no longer putting on the shows. He's excited. He's actually getting to use them and helping people. He's glad it seems like all the festivals are over, though, so maybe they can go on a nice, relaxing trip without any festivals.
Truly, we'll see. Yeah. And then, of course, we have Mr. Nimbus.
It is I, Mr. Nimbus. You see this what's it called? Sea elf that is being held aloft. In a very now I'm noticing all the kind of Nemorian I guess similarities. But he is a sea elf and he seeks to gain more power as he has taken possession of the storm gem that he uses to great effect. But he will go through and worship the worship of deep chalice as a cleric. But he is primarily a storm sorcerer that he harnesses the power of the unbridled storms with which to bring more worshippers to deep chalice. But mechanically, second level Tempest cleric and sixth level storm sorcerer.
Very nice.
Wahaha!
And then we go to our lovable Shankz.
Shankz is a Drakewarden ranger. Him and his buddy for life, Skidmarks, over there are basically became adventurers because it was an easier route than the whole pillage and plundering thing that goblins normally do. You normally get them killed and everything, so Shankz is smarter than the average goblin. And the only thing that could really explain Skidmarks is what is it? Infant alcohol syndrome.
Yeah, that feels accurate. And then introducing, and of course not least, we have a new shield bearer, Priscilla.
Priscilla is a custom lineage Genie, Warlock, Aberrant Mind Sorcerer. Her appearance is that of a water genasi with stone-like scales all over her body. As she was created by both a Dao and Merid, working together to try and create a psionic being. Trying to copy the work of Mind Flayers. And at first, she wasn't able to tap into her psionic abilities, but after being granted patron magic by her Dao creator, it sort of jump-started her latent psionic powers.
All right. Very nice. Okay. All right, and as you find yourselves as your shield bearers of the Brady Cell, you've been hired to visit the civilization of I am going to try the pronunciation. The Telpec. The Tapec. You're verifying rumors the region is becoming dangerous. So, as you're there to assess, especially an influx of refugees. So you're starting your investigations at starting away to the nearby city of Atezalan. And I can, Atezalan. So, and as I, characters, because as you guys are going down the road, as you take the crystal, kind of teleport to the nearby region, as you start making your way down the road, it weaves through a stretch of rainforest that flanks a deep valley, drawing near the town of Asilan. Past a bend, smoke rises through the trees and shouts ring out. You will see an overturned wagon lies in a road, and through this really hazy, deep smoke, you can see people being attacked by serpentine creatures wreathed in flame. So I will sort of put your characters in. Actually, I think Beth got displaced.
I put myself in that lady's hand because it sounded fun. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just. All right. And as at this point, I think you guys can see each other on the map. Let me know. Can you guys see? Can you guys see yourselves?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, and as the sounds of aggression and fiery violence ahead of you, about, let's see, 20. So from this wagon, I think I will just look for a area of effect. Yeah. Okay. So this, make sure to the back. Okay. So what you guys can see as you guys are coming through, the radius is actually a radius of the smoke. That whole area is heavily obscured by smoke. But as we go, let us get started with some combat.
You're saying there's a wagon in there?
Yeah, there you can kind of faintly see a wagon, and come on, let's do. Did my group initiative work? You know what? I don't think it did. Okay, alright, fine. Alright.
It's been 6 weeks since we played, so you probably need to restart the API.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, my character doesn't have the green ring.
Yeah, okay. Okay, just, Okay, why? Are you kidding me? Okay, turn order's not even, nothing's showing up. That's great. Okay, there we go. All right, and what was? Well. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to restart that. All right. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna delete this because I think this the aura is being a pain in the ass right now. Okay, so we start this fire snake. Alright. And see its movement. 30 feet. Okay. It's going to kind of double move. Just say it ends up right there. Salamander over here.
I thought you were still fixing stuff. I didn't see the initiative tracker.
Yeah,
What's up?
What's up? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Well, all right. Well, then let's say after to go. Then it's Shank's turn. Just
Yeah, that's fine.
okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Shank's. What you doing?
So this whole area is heavily obscured, basically.
Yes. 25 feet, 25, 30, like from the wagon.
All right, but we know that there's a wagon there, and we know that there's like something in the smoke, right?
Yeah. You can kind of see peeking out from the smoke this fire snake that's in between Brig and Beth.
Okay, so I guess I will go after that fire snake. I'm gonna take, I guess, 2 disadvantage shots at it. Oof, 13.
You know what? Close, but no cigar.
All right, and I'll get skid marks up in there, and he'll try to take a bite out of it.
All right.
Ooh, how's an 18?
18 is a hit.
So 4 piercing and 2 fire.
Ooh, and then it has a heated potty, so it'll. Let me change that. There we go. So it just has a D6. Okay. But I don't know. Is the dragon? Is it immune to fire or no?
It's resistant, I'm pretty sure, because it's doing fire right now. I'll double check that.
Okay, so skid marks get the little fire, gets a little fire back. So, and the fire snake takes none of the fire, but didn't like that bite.
All right, so it's completely immune then to the fire.
Yes, completely immune to the fire. It didn't do anything.
Gotcha. That's my turn.
Okay, cool. All right, so then, okay, and then the salamander. It's there. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Just one special. It's gonna come around. Come around there. Oh no, actually, it'll just double move and come up behind. And Beth's your turn.
As a bonus action, I'm gonna use the blessing of the Raven Queen to teleport over behind this rock. And then I'm gonna target the big guy who popped up behind all of us with I'll go chill touch since he hasn't been hurt yet.
Okay. That'll do it.
End of turn.
Okay. Okay, so that fire snake just snakes around, ends up next to Mr. Nimbus. And the other one. Will move right up next to Beth. And Bray, it's your turn.
All right. Brig will swing recklessly at the fire snake next to him. Enrage.
Okay, so that is a solid hit. As you rage, and you get 6 fire back.
All right. And I will take a second swing. Are we? So, can we see them when they're right next to us? Or is it?
Also said heavily obscure, so 5, 15, 20. I'll say that since you're in the smoke and it's lit up, you can see it.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if that was advantage or not. So it would still be a 14 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay. For 13 more slashing and more fire.
Yep, as you get 3 more, but
All right, and I will move to put myself next to this big creature I hear back here.
Mm-hmm.
And wondering how I will learn to mount a salamander.
Okay.
Turn.
All right, and then this one will just. Nimbus and skid marks as this other salamander moves in. Just double moves. What? Priscilla.
I am going to move here. I'm not provoking, and I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on this one.
Okay. You can tell it's the wisest of the bunch. So, actually, let me make 2.
Takes a minuscule 7 points of psychic damage and must flee immediately with its reaction.
Okay. Goes down. Oh no! And then,
Provoking attacks of opportunity.
Of course.
Brig will definitely swing.
And I'm going to use Skidmark's reaction to add something to Brig's hit.
The extra fire, it's nice, but
It made it look good.
yeah, it looked good.
And then I move back. And bonus action, I am going to is Nimbus a melee character?
No.
Definitely not.
No.
Okay, I'm going to try and bonus action telekinetically shove this one 5 feet away from Nimbus.
Okay.
So it needs to make DC 16 strength save.
right. Just kind of gets pushed and okay.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty. The Nimbus.
Mr. Nimbus. Well, he doesn't like where he's kind of at, but he will first attempt to telekinetically shove this big guy away from him. Ha ha ha!
Oh.
And then he can kind of make out the blurry forms of these ones, right?
Yeah, yeah, from the smoke. Mm-hmm.
And I heard Beth praying, so we'll try to aim this just before her, and we will put a 30-foot cone getting those two. Ha ha ha!
All right, let's see how it goes.
All right, well,
funny
five
enough,
damage.
they don't really like the cold, so it still hurts,
But
a
they're
lot.
not encased in ice.
Yeah, not encased in ice, but they burr.
Mr. Nimbus will fly up to be like, oh, must get away from the smoke. This must be bad for the environment. End of turn.
And then as you move, like the salamander's tail just kind of like flicks out, but since the smoke is kind of helping, it just kind of gives you a haircut. You kind of your hair is ruined now. Just
Oh, gonna have to go to the makeup trailer again.
mm-hmm. All right. Oh, anything else?
Nope. Bonus action move.
Cool. All right, Shankz, top of the round.
All right. Well, I can kind of tell what everybody's shuffling towards. I'm gonna take 2 disadvantage shots at the big one.
Sure. One definitely hits, one so close but still a miss.
All right. So I'll add a fearless opponent and a favor for that. And Skids will try to make an attack too.
All right. That will hit.
For 6 piercing and 6 fire.
Yeah, and then it kind of hits skid marks back with its own fire.
Skid marks just kind of laugh at him.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah, Shankz just kind of scratches his head. He's never seen like skid marks act like tough before. And I'll in turn.
Yeah. All right, the one who ran away. Oh, is Nimbus flying by chance in the air?
Oh, yep. 30 feet up.
Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, let's see. 30. Yeah, you know what? It will. As it gets here, I don't know. It'll. Oh, I can do it. Okay. You just see it with a tail try to hit Brig. Oh, and Brig was reckless, right?
That's correct.
All right, so it gets advantage. So 15
is going to be very close to hitting, but I'll use the reaction to swipe my tail. And I'm going to raise my AC to a 22.
Okay, nice. So tail on tail. Okay, so that's a miss. And then it's one of his. Then you see as an extra action, instead of spear about to stab, it's gonna throw it up at disadvantage at Mr. Nimbus. And yep. And then just has like another like fiery spear. But yep, that's its turn. And then Beth.
I will toll the dead, the one in front of me. Can't remember if that one's been hurt or not.
It got iced.
Oh, okay.
So it actually 14, but that will still hurt.
So 16 since it's been damaged.
All right, and how does this one go?
The bell rings and its life is drained.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, it's you just took out his buddy. This is gonna come back an effort for revenge. We'll try to get you. First, it'll go for a bite. Nope. And let's add it up to a bite. Okay, that one gets through for 5 piercing and 3 fire.
Resistant to fire, but I will take 6 damage, and I will use my reaction to do the gift of the gem dragon, and I'm going to force it to make a strength saving throw DC of 16.
It makes it.
I don't think anything happens.
Sounds
Oh
good.
no, it on a success he takes half as much damage. So he's still getting hit for 2d8 force damage reduced to 3.
Okay. Is it 2d8 or just a d8?
2d8 force damage. Did I only roll 1?
Yes.
I thought I clicked the 2 button, but anyway, 9 reduced to 4.
Okay. Nice. All right, that was its turn. Brig.
All right. Brig will keep swinging at the one that just hurt him recklessly. And he'll hurt himself to do it.
Both hits.
For 14 more fire. It is burning, and that will be the end of my turn.
All right, not looking good, but still hanging on. It will kind of push over the wagon, Sep, and then just it will hold its spear two-handed and try to stab Brig.
All right.
Okay, advantage. Nope. Okay, but the tail will be for skid marks. That hits.
All right, so it'll take the 8, and he is grappled.
All right. And then Priscilla.
All right. I'm going to Eldritch Blast the one next to Beth.
All right. The first one, 12. Actually, the first one, you can finish. You can take it out.
Okay. That with just the first attack.
Yep, just with the first attack. Unfortunately, the second attack, unless you have something that gives advantage, that just kind of shoots wide. Because
All right. Bonus action. I am going to attempt to telekinetically shove this one back 5 feet.
okay. Right to there.
Yep. And that's my turn.
All right. Nimbus.
Mr. Nimbus will fly down to here, circling the 2, and will cast another rhyme as a 3rd level spell. I don't know if it'll do it, but I might just have to roll an extra d8. Yep, I did not set it up. Man, yeah. That's an extra d8.
Wow.
Oh, look. Solid 12 points of damage, and they are locked in place.
Actually, more than 12. They really do not like the cold.
Interesting.
And then, as a bonus action, Nimbus will use tempestuous magic to fly away from them, not provoking. And then we'll fly back up to 30 feet, going, ah ha ha! They are frozen to the ground, my friends. And we'll end his turn.
Alrighty. Shankz. And I will say between the cold air, you guys can see normally because kind of not necessarily a strong wind, but enough cold air. Just
Right. If that's the case, then I'll take 2 regular shots at the one next to skid marks.
okay. Let's both hits.
Add a fury and infuse. All that.
Okay, so the infusion that's will just it's ticklish, but there's
And then skid marks will bite. Oof, I think 13 misses.
yep, means a miss.
Alright, I'm good where I am.
Alrighty. Okay, that one will start. Actually, will try to wrap its tail around Brig, I think. And because you're reckless. Wait, no, were you reckless last time? I'm trying to remember.
I was, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
just
yeah.
making sure. All right.
And,
Hit. Well, could hit.
My tail can't stop that.
Okay.
I will take 11.
All right. And then it will go in. No. Of course, with double advantage, which is just normal advantage. Holding as we're two-handed for the skewer on Brig. Which.
This, I'll try to flick my tail,
Yes.
and I will still get hit for another 11.
All right. All right, Beth.
Which of those 2 looks more injured?
I would say this one looks a little more injured, but they're both very rough.
I will toll the dead on the more injured one.
Okay.
That is a huge differential in damage trend.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Oh, so close. But how does it go away?
Again, the bell rings as the Raven Queen brings it into the afterlife.
As it screeches out, just this other puff of ash and smoke, and it's gone. Okay, anything else?
No, that's it for me.
All right, and Brig.
Brig will recklessly keep swinging as a straight roll.
Hits and hits. Alright, so it would survive the first hit. So,
Alrighty.
and how do you finish this one off?
With a very big swing, I'm trying to remove its tail from the rest of its body, and thinking a salamander would not be a good mount after all.
Yes. All right, and after that, the smoke clears, and as you take a moment to take a breather, the ground heaves as a small earthquake ripples through the area. Everybody must give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, if I'm up in the air.
Oh yeah, no. You got it at disadvantage because like the earthquake just kind of jumps in the air, targets you with an arrow, but now you're good.
It appears that this region is not entirely stable.
I think I would have preferred a festival.
Okay, well, if you did better, then I guess only Shankz and Nimbus. You could see everyone else. Everyone just kind of falls prone. As you hear the sound of wood splintering and trees falling echoes from the deeper in the forest, but it soon passes. And
We shouldn't. I was just gonna say we shouldn't linger here, friends. We should maybe we should go and find one of them festivals again.
Oh, if there was a wagon, perhaps we should see.
well, from the wreckage, kind of from the forest, as I will get named. A priestess woman will kind of come out from the forest with two others. She's like, "Oh, I thank you, strangers, for coming out and helping. My name is Maliai. No, just hold on. I'm gonna see if what's the pronunciation? Amiyali. And I have lived in Etzilan for years. We do. If you are heading that way, I can show you the best way. I do have some. I am a priest, so I can offer some healing for those. Looking at Bray, who looks like the most hurt, she will offer some potions of healing for you, Brig.
I will gladly take the assistance.
All right, so yeah, if you just want to roll, she will give you all three potions. She will give you 2 of those potions of healing and offer 1 to Beth. And then also, let's see. I believe she does have. She'll cast Cure Wounds at the highest level. Will that do it? Will I actually see it? Okay, cool. It's hidden. Okay, so you get 16 also hit points.
Alrighty. I will save one of those potions of healing just because.
and she'll say, "Oh, I do not. Are you all from? Are you all the shield bearers that we've heard that we sent out help for?"
Oh, why, yes.
She's like, I am glad we are very desperate for help. For our land, the as you can see, how the volcanoes here, and as you kind of guys are traveling, there are many elemental beasts, gods that control them, and we will typically offer them tidings and blessings and offerings. So we do not feel the wrath of the earthquakes and incursions from fiery monsters, but some time ago we were suffering from this surge of earthquakes and more fire monsters to come than we've been able to predict. I even sent out 4 of our town's best warriors to seek insight from the Watchers of the Ashes, and which they usually study volcanic activity, and typically they've warned us, but the warriors have not returned, and with all these earthquakes and these creatures coming out, onto the roads and actually attacking us en masse, I fear it's only going to get worse. I did send help, so if it got too bad, we would try to go to the Citadel. We try to get as many people as we can to get to the Citadel. And it takes a little bit of the journey for you guys to get there. It takes about almost like an extra hour. But by the time you will reach a town, and she will again thank you all for coming to her assistance. But she does have another favor. She'll say, "I'm worried about the warriors I sent out. We can definitely attend to some of your wounds if you guys need somewhere to rest for a bit, but if I can give you directions on to go to the Twin Gods Observatory and find out what happened to my warriors that I sent out, as well as if they have any insight on what's causing the more of these earthquakes and more of these fire monsters to come down and attack us. I'm willing to pay each of you 400 gold pieces each. And of course, you will earn the gratitude of my people."
Oh, that sounds more than fair.
Wouldn't mind stopping over for a little bit of a rest before we head on.
Yeah. And then she will guide you to a local inn. She call it the Jolly Kotinga, and she will say, "Oh," she'll talk to the innkeeper, and then they will serve you all a delicious meal of rice, fruit, and smoked turkey. And then she will say, "I have to leave. I must attend to the town and figure out our defenses, and then prepare any travel if we need to leave." And as she leaves, you guys can and she will give you a map, a detailed a map on how to get to the Twin Gods Observatory. And as you guys are taking that short rest and relaxing, you guys hear from some of the locals. Again, they're talking about these salamanders and fire snakes attacking, coming down the area. They never used to attack settlements, but recently, it's a little scary. And their earthquakes are, used to be rare, but now it's been 4 earthquakes this month. Also, you all hear about a fire giant named Shakapol. This fire giant, Shakapol, he roams the territory around Itzilan and its volcano. And they will they tell each other, if they ever see this fire giant, to avoid him. And as we start a little travel montage, if I can have Priscilla, if you can roll me a d4, please.
Were you able to do that short rest?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, gotcha. Just worried about break.
It's all right.
Oh yeah, I was just like, yep, short rest. Yeah, during the short rest. That's when you heard about all the rumors during the short rest.
Well, Brig, I will provide you with a little bit of healing before you go into that short rest.
Okay.
Just a little.
Thank you, Nimbus.
And then we'll use Harness Divine Power to get that slot back.
36.
If anybody wants a mage armor, I can give them a mage armor.
How does hit dice work with skid marks?
He has as many hit dice as I do.
Okay, cool. I've never played with a pet, so I'm like, how does that work? For some reason, I was thinking like you had to use yours or something. I don't know.
Well, the older style summons, like hit points were dependent on stuff, and I don't think they actually had hit dice to use. But like the newer style stuff, like the Drake companions and whatnot, they have hit dice and stuff is based off of your proficiency bonus too.
Oh, cool. Oh, Brig, can you roll me? I'll roll a d20. Do you want me to roll high or low?
Roll low today, please.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, the journey to the Twin God volcanoes will it will take about a whole day. So the first part, actually, it is a little hard to go. If I can get a survival check. It doesn't have to be the party, just whoever wants to be the kind of main navigator. Look at the map.
Nimbus will offer the guidance of Deep Shashalis if somebody would like to use it.
Brig is okay. Is there someone he can help?
Yeah, you could help Shankz. I'll do it.
Okay. Brig will help Shankz.
With the guidance of Deep Shashalis.
So 16, final answer.
Okay. You're able to make your way. just with everyone, you know, Nimbus keep yelling up about Deep Chrysalis to bless you. You know, it's hard to find a way around this falling ash. It just kind of obscures most of your surroundings, you know, for a while. But you're able to sort of follow the map, and actually, you will hit another town. And let me get that. Okay, another town, Shashatala. Whereas Atziland was kind of more like a larger town, kind of like a small, like kind of like a smaller city. This is kind of like one of another larger area. You guys are able to kind of take a kind of relax, take a rest during the journey. But as you guys are there, this turquoise pattern skinned a tiefling will approach you and say, "Greetings, I am Oline. Oh, I haven't seen you. I've never seen folk around here. Tell me, have you come because you've heard about my skills, the Great Oline? I am one of the best dancers in this area."
Oh, that is very great. But no, we are seeking the twin shrines.
Oh, the twin god shrines. Oh, well, I did not see you guys carry the proper tidings to. Oh, and actually, I have a token. Let's see. It's a face view of what Oline looks like. It says, "Oh well, if you're all that's traveling around, with all these earthquakes and stuff, I would love to do my part, but I was looking to travel around as well. You know, I think a dancer could of my talent could help boost morale of a mighty group such as yours, such a strong, such a very strong group."
I don't know. We already got a weird looking one at the party.
He says, a weird looking one that I trust you mean something as exquisite as myself. Haha. Yeah, let's see. You know what? I think I have a more detailed picture of. Let's see. Let's get. Tell me that there's a handout. Let's see. I'll show it to you all. What it looks like fully.
So Skidmarks is gonna nuzzle up and look for booze. Shankz is gonna be like, "Fine, whatever, but you get the first round when we get back to the bar."
Oh, and then actually we'll say, well, you know, I do. He gets out like a flask. I do save this for special occasions, but we'll give Skidmarks some local booze. It is strong in cinnamon, as Skidmark takes a gulp. And, you know, as we all kept going, you know, Shankz, go ahead and roll me a d4, please. Oh, right, you know, this falling ash just is not doing you any favors. And you know, for Olin, he is such a great dancer, you know, but sometimes it can just be, oh, you know what, I rolled an 18, so it is he starts practicing and kind of showing this very marvelous dance, and it is so enticing that you guys didn't really notice until it was too late. But you are all not alone again on the road. As two more creatures two more large, fiery, elemental salamanders just kind of, you know, they were gonna, you know, they were in prime position to try to ambush, but they too were mesmerized by Olin's dancing, and as he cries out in surprise, let's do a little roll on the table, some another round of combat.
I thought he was a private dancer.
Oh dear.
No, he is. There is nothing. He's very bombastic in his dancing. So.
A private dancer. Dancer for money.
Fine. Okay. And then, you know, he's just going to...
I made it back just in time for initiative.
Yep. As Olin
I was
stays.
listening. I just, like, there were gloves on and resin, and so I couldn't hit push to talk.
Okay, it's all good. Okay. But again, these salamanders just on point. Moving in. This one will actually try to wrap its tail around poor Olin and he cries out for help. You know, it doesn't take as much fire damage. But he certainly screams for help. Let's see. The grab. And then we'll try to actually move in, looks at skid marks, and tries to stab skid marks. Not at advantage, so 14 on skid marks.
Ooh, that's a miss.
Okay. And Nimbus.
Ha ha ha! Well, that is no good. And Nimbus is going to look at this one and say, "You need to let that one go." As he will first hit it with a mind sliver.
Okay.
And then give it the old 1-2 punch, trying to telekinetically shove it away.
You know, it shoves it back, and then you see the tail. His tail's actually that long. It just kind of holds on it, pushes it, and he's just like, "Oh, thank you, darling, but it still got me."
Well, it only gets pushed back 5.
Oh, it's only 5. Okay. Oh, wait, it was.
Yep. But Nimbus will shoot up into the air to get away from these creatures and end his turn.
Okay, and Beth.
I will. Which one's been hit so far? Just the one on the left?
Yep.
I will move a little closer to the party, and I will toll the dead, the one on the left.
All right, that necrotic. Okay, anything else?
No.
Alrighty. Okay, and Brig.
Brig will rush forward to save his fellow performer. And will rage because these things hurt, even though he won't stop the fire. And will again swing recklessly
Oof.
with 2 big swings.
All right. And all right, not looking good.
Kind of taunting this thing to, you know what? I'll even step up on its tail. It's got to be in that space somewhere.
Yes.
Trying to convince it to let go and come for me instead.
Sure. Yeah. Awesome. Love it. All right. And oh, anything else, Brig?
That was it.
All right. And then Shankz.
Shankz will bonus action hunter mark that one. That Brig just attacked, and I'll fire twice. Looks like 1 hit
Yes.
for that, plus hunter's mark and infused for that. And skid marks is just going to be dodging.
All right. All right. Cool. Anything else? Good to go.
His turn.
Okay. All right, and then Priscilla.
All right, I'm going to start by firing an Eldritch Blast this one.
Okay. Solid hit.
And then another one at that one.
You know, barely, but it's a hit.
And they are both pushed back 10 feet.
Okay, just goes a little farther back. So push back 10 feet. So let's go.
And then bonus action, I am going to cast a quickened Tasha's Mind Whip on that one.
Okay.
DC 17 intelligence save.
All right, it's been whipped.
All right. It loses its reactions, I believe, and it has to choose between an action, a movement, and a bonus action on its turn.
All right, cool. I think it's its turn next. Okay. So anything else?
That is it.
Okay. Sir, it will do the one action, and that's just moving. So 10. And that's the turn. Top of the round. But you're just going to just, you know, it sort of sizes you up, Brig, and then we'll yeah, it's gonna do that. It's gonna try to whip with the tail.
Very good. I will use my tail to intercept,
Ooh.
and I will block his tail with my tail.
All right, so tail combat, but it'll come back with the spear. Try to get you anyways. I think that
That'll
goes
get
through.
me. Well, I'll resist piercing, but it's a strong blow on his part.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. And then the end of its turn. Yeah, a lot of tail action this episode.
I will whisper to our friend here to get out of the way.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it'll hide behind Shankz. And then Nimbus.
All right, Mr. Nimbus. No real good. Mind Whip, I can target more than one if I upcast, right?
I think so.
Uh,
Yes.
well, would it do anything with this one? This one's already been mind whipped.
Oh yeah, I guess not. But I guess it would be
But
the next turn.
The
because it's already
the
done its
creatures
turn.
must be within 30 feet of each other. So
They're right within 30 feet. So yeah, that one already took its turn, right?
It did.
So they're both valid whipping targets. We will go ahead and upcast to 3rd level and whip it. Whip it good.
Okay. Oh, and
And
how
as a
does
bonus-
this one go? Because it cannot. It does not stand the whipping.
Oh, its mind just turns to mush and falls prone on the ground, unable to combat Nimbus's mental prowesses. And bonus action, Nimbus will shove this guy further away from this other one. He can choose to fight it, or he can willingly fail.
Oh, you can push him back further.
Yep.
Say woof, and then you know.
Ah! End of turn.
I typically charge for that. Olean will call out, but. Anything else?
Nope, end of turn.
All right, Beth.
I'll back up a little bit more from it, and Toll the Dead seems to be working so far.
Okay. All right, Wiz. Oh, well, that's a pretty big hit, but Grit and Bear through that psychic damage, but I mean that necrotic damage, but still standing.
I'm gonna go help the wife unload her car. She just got home.
Okay,
Go
cool.
do that. I'll be right back.
No.
I will back up a little bit more and tell Brygaeon you got this. I can heal you when you're done.
All right.
All right, Brig.
Brig will back up 10 feet and then go charging forward with his greatsword, recklessly swinging.
Oof,
And
nice.
then will apparently I don't have it in there. Bonus action, I will stomp on him with my hooves. There it is, with my hooves, and that might miss.
That'll miss.
But looks like that is 35 points of damage.
Yeah,
And a lot of fire.
pretty. And he kind of get licked back for 14.
All right.
Oh, cool. Anything else?
That is all.
And then Shankz.
It does. Shankz will take 2 shots.
Ooh. And how do you finish this one off?
Right in the eyes. One in each eye. Whack, whack.
Nice. As this finally disperses. But you know what? Across above the trees on the rocky slope, you can kind of see from, you know, in the direction ahead of you guys, you see a tower. Rises a tower covered in elaborate carvings of local animals and majestic mountains, and beyond it, smoke rises from a volcanic peak. So we are out of combat, and you guys are getting, you're within eye shot of this Twin Gods Observatory. Which, like most modules, especially with this one and the, I only got one map, and that's really just for the end fight. So everything else is kind of just gonna be on the road, or whatever generic map I find. But let me delete one, kind of a little more fresh. And what do you all want to? Do you want to take a moment to do like some quick healing before going to the observatory, or just go there?
Beth, you said you had a little bit of healing.
Yeah, I can drop a 2nd level cure wounds on you.
That'd be great.
$18, or do you need a little more?
Oops, I just subtracted 118. Give me 1 second. A little bit more.
I think you're in your 40s. I think before.
Yeah. Just go up.
How much more? Like same amount, or?
A single will be okay, and then I'll just figure it out how much damage I've taken.
11 more?
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Oh, and I forgot to heal during that long rest, or short rest.
Yeah, we had a short rest.
No.
Oh, you were also given a potion of healing if you wanted to.
I was only down 6 hit points, so I would have spent a hit die. I'm sure would have done it.
Sure.
Two hit die.
All right. As you guys arrive at you will observe some kind of acolytes, and Oline will kind of walk with you, and they'll say, "Greetings. What brings you to our observatory, strangers?"
We seek the cause of all these earthquakes.
They look at you. They go, As that we were of unusual volcanic activity. We're doing our best to determine the cause, but our work will proceed much faster if we're not interrupted.
Oh, is there anything that we can do to help?
Maybe we can make it go faster.
Well, yes. You could. I believe the closest. Go back to one of the closest settlements. There, you can go that way. If you can go there faster, that would be easier for us, so we can best determine how to deal with this unusual activity. But you guys feel like they could probably use they might need some like a charismatic turn.
Of course. Are you sure that we may not be able to assist? I mean, just look. Brig can move heavy objects with all of those muscles, and Beth can heal the wounded. Then Priscilla can do great things with magic, and Shankz can go around and help with the naturey kind of things, and skid marks will probably wet themselves.
Probably.
And of course, they are accompanied by the great Olin, and will do a dance, a little shake. So go ahead and give me a. Well, it's not pretty persuasive, Nimbus.
And I would, of course, given myself the guidance of Deep Seychelles
I will guide you.
or that Raven Queen lady.
The Raven Queen will guide you so you can see how powerful we are. I love how I only use my accent during the intro and then forget I have one.
It happens. They look. They're like, okay. Well, we've been besieged by inquiries from across the land seeking answers we do not presently have, but says, well, I guess you all, maybe only some of you, or however many, you can talk to our leader, Tonali. And let's see. Although he's not there, they say, "Oh, if you all can." Tonali's up on the roof of our observatory, trying to use our powerful gifts to see what's going on and the best way to deal with this. And here is what Tonali will look like when you see him.
Oh, that is a most excellent staff. Come, let us go find this individual so that me may assist.
All right. And for this observatory, it's kind of it's not like a huge place. So, who's all going up there to talk to Tonali?
When you say up there, how does one get up there?
It is a spiral stone staircase.
I mean, I'll go up there.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Greg will confront his second worst enemy and go along with the party.
I was gonna say, well, it's the way it kind of seems like it's okay. So stairs at the top of the tower are shallow. There's no railing. There's a winding, open, 15-foot wide central space. So Brig, it is. Does skid marks also come along, Shankz, or is it just gonna stay below?
No, he'd come with.
Okay.
He can fly as long as I'm not mounting him, so he could fly along with us if the stairs are too narrow.
Sure. Okay. Olin will stay down and try to bring more smiles to these watchers and say like, how can Olin assistance? And then so Brig, you're gonna go up too.
Yep.
All right, and then Nimbus. All right. Actually, funny, Nimbus. You can take the stairs, or how would you like to go up there if you're going to join the party?
Well, is it like an open kind of architecture, or is it enclosed?
It's a again, it's like the stone tower. There is you can see an opening on the top, like it's got that open. The best I could describe is if you played Skyrim, like those old school towers, it's just like just an observatory, and it's just kind of like this open, totally safe, no railing staircase kind of going up.
Oh, well, Nimbus would, of course, fly himself.
I was just kind of curious. I'm like, is Nimbus going to take stairs, or does Nimbus fly?
No, Nimbus would fly, but, like, he would do it, like, lounging on his side.
Sure.
So that he's not going, like, super fast, so that it's just kind of keeping pace with everybody that's doing the stairs.
And there are these awesome carvings. And I would say, Nimbus, you can't necessarily see the carvings, but everyone else that's inside the tower, go ahead and give me an investigation check. Okay, so Shankz. Okay. Yeah, that's good for Shankz. Do you see there's a carving of a gigantic frilled reptile bursting from an erupting volcano. You see it actually a couple times. No. I'm gonna try to get the name of it. Damn it. Leshatadal. Okay. Okay. Which, if you kind of yell out, what this is, some of the watchers will tell you, oh, that is the Leshatadals. But those are they are spirits said to sleep in a volcano, but those creatures are not real. And as they say real, and this kind of echoing. And I will show as the ground starts moving from below. Can you all see the cool picture?
Oh, fun.
So, I like everybody that's in the tower, except for skid marks and of course, with the exception of Nimbus, I can get a dexterity saving throw. As about you guys get you're going up some distance, and okay, good, not so good, oof. Well, thankfully, Brig, you did see it coming. Well, as it's coming apart, you do see it coming apart.
Okay. Well, that's better than otherwise.
Sure. All right. So okay, on the stairs. Okay. All right. So, Priscilla and Brig, you guys fall, and you all take, because you're about if I were a betting man, I would say 60 feet, about 60 feet in the air.
Do I see creatures falling?
Yeah, as it kind of breaks apart. I would say, yeah, you could see, you could definitely see Brig falling.
Ah, well, Mr. Nimbus will cast Featherfall upon them.
All right, awesome. But for everybody else, you can kind of hang on and let us do initiative, but less attack enemies initiative and more maybe this tower won't last long, kind of initiative.
Oh, look, Brig, our numbers are the same color.
Nice. So you guys are 60. I would say, yeah, everyone, you're like 60 feet. There's still a little bit of ways. You do know did it tell you, Tenali, it was up at the roof? But it's, actually, with the exception of Brig and Priscilla, which you're safely landing on the ground. Shankz, what do you want to do? Go up or down?
Well, we're here to get to Denali, so I guess I'm gonna try to run up the stairs as fast as I can.
All right. So it's difficult terrain. So
Is it? Oh, it's difficult terrain because of the environmental stuff, right?
yeah. Well, yeah. It's the stairs themselves. They are. Let's see.
Hey, check it out. Ranger skill that I could actually use.
Oh yeah, yeah. No. These stairs are so wide, and but you're able to kind of bounce up and down. Use that lance astride.
Yep, and skid marks will follow me. Yeah, I'm not going to get him too far ahead yet. So I've got a 35-foot movement speed, so I'm just going to go up 35 feet.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay, Beth, up or down?
Okay. What were we trying to get at the top?
The head, the leader of this observatory that might know information about what's going on was up there. What they told you to. But you do see.
What do we see? Go ahead.
So I was saying you see skid marks going up. So.
And have we heard anything up there?
Hard to hear because you hear everything else, like stones are breaking and like you hear things collapsing soon.
Okay. I'm going to go up. I'm going to use my action to dash. It's difficult terrain though, right?
Mm-hmm.
How far is it to the top, by the way?
You guys are about halfway there, so I would say another. Well, hold on, let me see. I think they were saying 200 feet. I think is to the. Hold on, let me make sure, because right for the bottom. No, 200 feet. So you would be. Yeah.
So I'm like 100 feet away-ish.
Yeah.
Okay. I use my action to dash. And I'm going to bonus action Blessing of the Raven Queen to teleport 30 additional feet ahead.
Okay.
So that should get me 60 feet up. And that's it.
Cool. And then Priscilla. Oh, Priscilla, you are landing.
Okay.
Did you want to try to do the assist, or are you just gonna try to just get out?
If I'm landing down on the ground, there's no way I'm going to be able to get up to the top, so I'm just going to get out.
Okay, all right. I'm just gonna delete from the order, so you don't have to worry about it. You'll get out to safety. Brig.
Brig, we'll see if there's anybody, the people who were down on the bottom level before, if there's anybody down here that needs help, because I'm not gonna get up back to the top either.
Sure. No. Perfect. All right. Okay. And then a Nimbus.
All right. So Nimbus will continue flying outside. I guess he'll go up, see if there's more people up there.
As you go, you can. As you're going up and you can kind of see through the windows, you don't really see anybody else. You see carvings, But if you look up at the top, you do see little this really nice staff kind of flailing around.
There is one thing Priscilla would like to do, though, just sort of at the end of each of her turns, ready in action to telekinetically catch somebody who's falling. So if Priscilla sees somebody falling at the end of each of her turns, she's going to be like, try and telekinetically catch them.
Okay.
So I see a staff.
That Tenali quite a really nice staff. It's hard to see kind of from the top, but you can kind of see like little outline of staff. Like it kind of waved around like someone's up at the top.
Right. So Nimbus will shoot up. He'll go 60 feet. Can he get to the top?
No, it is up from the top is 200 feet. So you were at 60. So you're like 120. So I think 2.5 rounds of just constantly going. You can get to the top. You still got a little ways to go.
All right. Well, then Nimbus will dash, and he will yell, "If you're up there, all of you jump in a group, and I'll try to save you. Hopefully, there's not more than 5. End of turn."
You know what? Give me a persuasion with disadvantage because it's hard to hear when stone cracking. Okay. I will say at the start of the turn, you do see the dwarf Tenali kind of look. You see like little head kind of pop out and looks and sees, and then will just jump.
Are you it?
As he screams, "Save me!" as he starts falling.
Okay, well then, as he passes, then Nimbus will do another feather fall on him.
Okay, yeah.
But he'll let him think that he's not gonna get saved for a second.
Okay. Yeah, and you can see from the window. You see the. You can hear this exchange and everyone, and you hear screams from Priscilla as you look up. You see the dwarf starting to fall, but thankfully, stops. But actually, top of the round, Shankz, you do hear this exchange. This dwarf kind of looks like he was gonna pass you guys by before he splat on the ground, but thankfully he stopped falling so quickly.
Huh. All right. Well, I'm gonna yell up one more time. Anybody else left up there before I start making my way back down? I guess.
You do not hear anything else.
All right. So I'm gonna hop on skid marks, and technically I can't ride him because of that Drakewarden, but he is medium and I am small, so hopefully I can just hover down.
Okay. For fun, can you have let's have skid marks roll an athletics check. Just try to hold on to you.
Sure.
Okay, so as you're going and I take you down, it looks like a few times skid marks is going to kind of lose his, kind of footing and drop you, but just kind of barely hangs on, and will be able to get you down. For Beth, will you sort of change course and go down, or will you continue trying to go up?
I think everyone who's up there is out. So I'm gonna go to the nearest window, stand in the windowsill, and I'm gonna look at Nimbus. And I'm curious, what the physics is on this. If I jump from the tower and I hold my bonus action to do the blessing of the Raven Queen to teleport when I am 30 feet from the ground, do I think I can do that and not die?
Oh, so use that momentum and you have faith.
Just fall until I'm close and then, poof and land somewhere safely 30 feet away.
Yeah, it's an idea. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the physics is in D&D, but I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Okay.
Priscilla
So.
sees Beth falling, is going to try and telekinetically catch her, and then
I was gonna say, as you're falling, you feel
can only
something
do it
try to grab you and stop the fall. Do you fight it or do you let it?
I will let it right up until I basically will, if I get too close to the ground, will poof.
Okay.
I can only do it 3 times a day, so I will burn the last.
It's just a telekinetic shove. You're only getting pushed 5 feet.
Yeah, that doesn't seem too helpful. I will use my third and final blessing of the Raven Queen to poof to safety.
Okay. I'll not poof to safety. I'm probably thinking more realistically. It would probably still hurt to teleport back, but not gonna worry about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We don't know the physics of it. And D&D's magic, so.
Yeah. So I'll just say everyone is able to get out. It does take about 24 seconds later, the tower does eventually come down.
That sucks.
As the dust rises from the ruins of this observatory, the earthquake actually stops. The Watchers, although dusty and ill-tempered, they are okay. And Tonali, actually, little freaked out from jumping, but glad he is not dead. And the dwarf will approach you all and just thank you for saving me. Although I don't know what, I assume you're here because of the earthquakes. He will tell the party.
And missing hunters.
Yes. Mayali's warriors did arrive here 3 days earlier. I didn't have any theories about what was causing the eruptions, but I knew they were strongest near a volcano called Jade Mount. I sent the warriors to the Gate of Illumination, a shrine to the gods on Jade Mount, to see if they can learn anything more, but I have not seen them returned. But just before everything was collapsing, my research into the writings told me that the cause of this eruption is the spirit of the volcanoes. Let's try to pronounce it again. Lishodels. I will say Lishodels because that is a little easier to say. Lishodel, but they were taken as a myth until now. There are many volcanoes in this land that have these creatures dwelling within them. I believe these volcanic spirits are all. I believe they're all waking up at once, which is what's causing all this activity with the volcano, with all the creatures and all the earthquakes. But I believe that the one in Jade Mount is already awakened. But if you all are meant to help stop this, I can show you how to get to the Gate of Illumination. That's where I sent the warriors. If you can check on our warriors and seek signs of this spirit, hopefully you're able to stop these events from happening.
Well, how far of a travel is it?
Let's see. Well, it's let's see. Okay, I can see. I'll give you a map. Lead to the gate eliminate. It's a secret site. Okay, so it will actually be a day travel because they tell you you must go to. They'll direct you to where you met Oline, his town, and then from there you will follow a river 18 miles to the shrine. So it'll take a little over a day. Therefore, you will be able to do a long rest during this. During this, and we can. I don't know if you guys want to take a small break.
That would be good.
Sure.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes. All right, pause this.